On this spot, February 26, 1886, at 11:52 a.m., Mr. Wyron Wartena was hanged for the murder of his neighbor, John Dreger.
They got into an argument. They each had their gun there, and they started shooting at each other, and he killed this other man. They had the hanging, and they built a big fence, high fence around it, and they charged admission to get in and watch the hanging.
That was the last hanging in the county, but it certainly wasn't the last death sentence. Since then, the judges have heard many more capital punishment cases. Other cases heard at the courthouse have gone on to the Indiana Supreme Court on appeal, like Brandt versus Bryant.
That was a case involving the first time the Civil Rights Act, the Federal Civil Rights Act, was applied to the state of Indiana, which I had done on a verdict, and it went to the Indiana Supreme Court, and they upheld that. So for the first time, that you could enforce a federal Civil Rights Act under the state of Indiana law without going to federal court.
Luckily, not every case is so serious. Judge McGraw has tried some eye-opening cases during his 30 years on the bench. One of them, Naked City, Inc. versus State, provided for some very interesting court orders.
But he would drive up with his limo on the sidewalk, and his girls, in their undress, would get him out and put him in his wheelchair, and then they'd put a robe on him. Well, we had to make a ruling that they had to come to the court clothed. You weren't coming to court nude. So they all had little terry cloth bathrobes that they all wore to court.
These courtrooms have seen thousands of cases over the years. Designed by lawyers, they're supposed to give a feeling of respect to the court proceedings.
I think it's intuitive when you have a room or a building that has high ceilings, you tend to be a little bit more quiet. People are a little more reverent. It's like churches.
I think it's just the majesty of it, and I'm very proud of it. It's a majestic setting. We have carved oak. We have massive oak backdrops. We have large benches. And I think it adds to the ambience of the court, and it adds to the proceedings, the formality of the proceedings.
It is our castle, Jasper County's castle, and I think they'd have a hard time ever getting a building as well built as that under present conditions.
The courthouse really is Jasper County's castle. In the past 109 years, it's withstood weather, war, celebrations, and multiple renovations. In true Gothic revival style, the courthouse holds a romance over Rensselaer that nothing else can compare to. It really is the perfect symbol for Jasper County, Indiana. From the Jasper County Courthouse, I'm Kara Marxer.